Hello everyone and welcome back to Hiking in History. We are still in Madeira and we are at the next PR walk, PR9 we are going to do today. It should be hopefully pretty good. It takes us to a big waterfall at the end and I'm just at the start of it now. You haven't seen, but before this I have walked from the town of Santana to here where it starts, up the biggest hills imaginable. This road I've been an hour and a half of like solid uphill. It's been brutal, but it's worth it. Well, hopefully it's gonna be worth it. This is the car park. Everyone else just drove up here. I suppose I could have got a taxi or something, but it was okay. We do things hardcore on Hiking in History. But yes, this is the beginning of this hike, which is in this lovely little area with this old traditional house, and there's loads of these in Santana. But here we are. This is the walk, PR9, Lavada do Caldeirão Verde. And there's also a bit at the end, it says here, do Inferno, but apparently that is closed. Yeah, that's supposed to be like a harder bit at the end or something, but you get like a really good view, but it does say it's closed. We'll see if it is so. But yeah, the monumental waterfall, 110 metres high it is, so we should get to see that. So without further ado, where are we? That's Santana. Oh no, Santana's down there. We're here, and this is where we're going to be going. So let's go. What a gorgeous area to start off. I think there's a lot of cafe and stuff here. So all these PR walks, they're really sort of well maintained and looked after, and they're not exactly in the middle of nowhere, so they kind of are, but they all have like car parks and stuff, and they're very popular. That's what I've noticed. The last one, PR8, was extremely popular. It looks like this one's pretty busy as well, which, as you know, I'm not always more happy when they're quiet, but probably means it's going to be pretty spectacular. But it's also very nice, obviously, because look at this. You have toilets and cafes and all that good stuff. So it's a place where you can, you know, come as a family and all that stuff. Bring your car up here. Obviously you have to pay for the parking, but you do have luxury. Unlike most of the hikes that go on in England where there is absolutely bugger all there. Just gonna go down that way, let's get going. Even the ducks here have like the little traditional houses. These are all over Santana, these houses, but where I started in Santana before I walked up here, there's all these traditional houses, obviously not this small, like big, but they have them here for the ducks, whatever these are. Very cute. So we're on the start now, PR9, and we're probably, I imagine, going to be following one of these, which these are all over. They're called Lavadas, I think. I'll put it up, but I think that's how you pronounce it, Lavadas. These like water channels, and they're all over the island of Madeira, and they're actually like really old as well. They were built by the sort of the first settlers here. Obviously they might have been maintained and updated over the centuries, but all these all over the island are basically to collect all the water from the north side of the island, which we're on now, and take it to the south, because there mustn't have been a lot of water on the south side. So all these channels were built to, you know, move the water all the way down to the south of the island. And but yeah, some of these are like as old as when the Portuguese got here, you know, when they were settlements. So they came here in the 1400s, so I imagine, you know, the like 1500s, possibly 1600s. A lot of these channels, which is really, really damn cool. So when the Portuguese first settled here in like the 1420s, most of the people that first came willingly. So, you know, people looking for a new life and stuff, especially like after the Black Death. People came to these islands, mostly like fishermen and sort of peasant type people. The people who first landed, of course, were gentry though. And also, similar to sort of how America was done as well, it was to get away from the sort of strict laws in Portugal itself. They'd come here and they'd be a little bit more free with like the farmlands and everything, make more money. Because back in the actual mainland of Portugal, the you know, everything was a bit more strictly controlled by the nobles. So here there was less nobles, less red tape essentially. So that's why a lot of people came here back then as well, those settlers, first settlers. And once there was some development on the island, eventually, you know, like sugar plantations eventually ended up cropping up, and they became sort of the main production of the island, their main export, and it became like a really, you know, essential port for Europe. You know, Italian and French and everyone, you know, always called into Madeira, and especially Funchal, obviously, which is the capital, was the capital, still is the capital. So as you can probably imagine as well, with the sugarcane, slaves were used on this island. Some from West Africa, but a lot of them as well were, I don't know how you pronounce it, I've got it here, Guanches, the Guanches people, which were the native people of the Canary Islands, so like a few hundred miles south of here, which I had no idea that there were a native people of the Canary Islands, but yes, there was, and they practically, it's, you know, they were like wiped out through slavery and genocide and everything. I imagine the Portuguese and the Spanish, I imagine, you use them as slaves, but they completely wiped them out. There's not that much known about the people, there's not much history left of them or anything, but they were used here in the sort of second half of the 15th century, along with like some West Africans. But speaking of slavery as well, obviously slaves were used here and brought here for work, but slavery also took place off this island as well. Like, so slaves were captured here. I've talked before in Malta videos about the Barbary pirates, one of the slave trade that, you know, barely anyone talks about. The Barbary corsairs, who were all from like North Africa and Tunis, Tripoli, Algiers, and they, you know, raided all over the Mediterranean, all up to England even. I think they even like went to places like Iceland even. They reached like, you know, really far away. But they had a raid here, huge raid on Porto Santo, which is the other island very close to Madeira, and they captured 1,200 people during a raid, which is just insane. That is a massive amount of people to just steal from, you know, a country. And they were obviously Portuguese settlers, or a mix of everyone that was there, and they'd be used as galley slaves most likely. So down in the hull of the ship, just rowing endlessly. Absolutely brutal slave trade. You were probably luckier if you got taken back to one of the cities, and then maybe you'd be a slave, you know, in working in someone's home. That would be the better option. You'd be lucky if that was the case. Sometimes you'd be working in the docks, like doing absolutely back-breaking labour, but being a galley slave was one of the worst ones. Your life expectancy was pretty short as one of them. So that was a bit of, I suppose, the negative history of some of Madeira, but I don't know, I don't really think about it like that. It's all just sort of, history is just history, isn't it? You can't properly see, but we are like ridiculously high up. I don't think you can see through the trees there. It's incredible to think that they had to, you know, cut obviously so much forest to clear these paths up in like the 14th, 15th century. Well, 15th century, 16th century. Up here with, you know, none of our technology and all that, to build these, you know, waterways that would bring the water down to the south part of the island and the coast. Absolutely incredible. Because obviously you haven't seen how far I've walked up. Like, at the moment we are ridiculously high up, so that they managed to get up here, it just baffles me. And then cutting down all the, you know, the forest, and even just finding a place where, you know, you can do this and create embankments and just absolute insanity. An interesting thing I found out sort of about Madeira is that it's officially like the autonomous region of Madeira, which is, so it has like a certain degree of independence in a way. It's obviously part of Portugal, but I don't fully understand it because, well, I'm not that knowledgeable about, you know, politics and that kind of stuff, and governments and how things are run like that. But I did read that, you know, it does have like a significant amount of, you know, control, and it is sort of separated from Portugal, which is interesting. It makes sense, you know. Life is probably very different here than exactly like on the mainland. I mean, you can see we are very high up here. Oh god, I'm gonna get the camera wet. Good job the GoPro is waterproof, eh? Oh, hang on, we've got a bit of a view here so you can see how far we have come up. Look at that. And I've essentially kind of walked up from that area. That is a fantastic view there. Literally just on like a bloody mountain. But as I was saying, yeah, it is bloody hell. I'm gonna get the camera wet again. You know, having a shower. Oh, it's actually quite nice because it's very hot. Yeah, it has a degree of independence which makes sense. And because I've never been to Portugal, the mainland, before, but just from being here, it does feel like its own country, you know. Although I don't know how to compare it to Portugal exactly, but similar to Malta, it sort of feels like, you know, it's a very own culture, its own place. So that makes sense. I imagine they have their own like elections and whatnot. This is a great little walk to start off with. I'm loving this. Oh, we're gonna leave the Lavada. Lavada's going that way. Looks like we're going down. Look at this place. Like a big gorge, some water trickling down. Absolutely gorgeous. And we are back at the Lavada. Again, another busy trail. And it is sort of like we're in Jurassic Parkland now. It just like over here, it just absolutely plummets. And the whole way this waterway has been built all through this. Looking forward to the waterfall at the end, hopefully. 110 metres, it's a pretty big one. So we'll see how that is. And we'll check out if the Inferno bit is closed. We'll see how closed it is. We'll have a look. But we are, by the looks of it, really sort of going through these gorges, these big valleys now. And I think there are some tunnels as well coming up. But you might be able to just make it out. It is just a sheer drop down there. Because this has all been like cleared away, carved out. I mean, yeah, that is terrifying, literally. I don't know if the camera picks it up through the vegetation, but that is just straight down. Look at this old bridge. Love an old bridge on hiking and history. Didn't think we'd get one right up here. Transporting the Lavada over. I mean, look at that, how far down. This big gorge. That is gorge. The gorge is absolutely gorge. Whew. You gotta be careful though, because you're so busy sort of looking up and like just looking at everything. It's like, you know, the floor is pretty uneven. You gotta be careful, because if you trip, I mean, you trip hard enough, you're going down, you'll never be seen again. People I've just seen are running this. Absolute maniacs. They were French, so that explains a lot, doesn't it? Got a glimpse of the mountains here. So you have no idea where the path goes. You wouldn't be able to see it from far away. You have no idea. But it's somewhere, it's all winding through here. That's gorgeous. It is like Jurassic Park or Hawaii type thing. I wonder what their winter season's like, because does it get cold enough for all the leaves to like fall off? Because you'd be able to see out then really everywhere. So that'd be interesting to know. But I'm not sure if it ever gets cold enough here for that to happen. It probably might still all, you know, retain the leaves and stuff. Because I know the seasons in England are, you know, very distinct, and in other countries where climates are different, it's not quite like that. But that'd be interesting. If you're in December, what does this look like? Does it look the same or completely different? Another little opening here. You can actually see that's probably the waterfall right there. You can just see it in the distance. That is just an incredible view. That is insane. I really don't know if you can make out the waterfall. It's just there. It's like, it looks teeny on the camera, and it's, I mean, it looks tiny. It's a dot, but oh, that is great. I really have no clue how they built all this up here. This Lavada. It's a bit deeper now. But building this path, getting all the material up, I just don't understand how it's even possible. And the views through the trees might not come up as well on the camera, but they are incredible. The drop is insane. Like you could parachute off. There's a waterfall coming up, I can tell. I can hear it, and then I've just seen a glimpse of it. I don't know if it's the one we've just seen. I don't think so. I think this is a different one. It's in a different direction, this. But I don't know if this is the waterfall. Maybe it is the same one, I'm not sure. Kind of lost my bearings. Here's a runner. Insane. How the hell why are you running on this? What are you doing? Here we are. You can probably hear it. Look at that. That is stunning. I'm pretty sure this is a different one. But I feel like this is a smaller one, perhaps. That's gorgeous. And you can even go round where that guy is. So they've sort of blocked it off here, but you can get around it. We are walking underneath. No idea if you can hear me, but we gotta do it, because this is a unique view of it. It's the only way you're gonna get it. Ooh, it's slippy here though. Look at that. Just got to keep an eye on my bag, make sure it's not getting nicked. But it's unlikely. Hikers are usually very friendly people. There we go. I can feel it on me now. Probably splash on the camera. It's just dripping all down here. Look at this. It's incredible. Well, that was fun. Hopefully the camera didn't get too wet. It says waterproof anyway, but I'm more worried about me little foam wind protector than anything. You can just see it still in the background there, gorgeous. It's super narrow in places as well like this, and people are coming back. It's only one way, it's not like a round trip, so you have to tuck in and sort yourself out. You can see a bit more through the trees here, just how high up in these kind of mountains we are. I've not come across any tunnels yet though, so that's why I still think there's probably quite a bit more left. I love this path, it's so cool. Just honestly, can't describe the views there when you're here. Bloody hell, that tree's barely hanging on. Look at that. The views here now, when it clears like this, are just sensational. Absolutely mesmerising place. Look how like narrow it is as well. Woo! This is what I'm talking about. PR9, this one. So I've done two. I've done 2 out of the 22, so there's 20 left. Hopefully one day I'll get to do them all. But I've checked PR8 off, which was the walk, the other Madeira video, the walk with across the easternmost point of the island. Bloody hell. And then this is PR9, which just goes from basically Santana all the way up into these gorges in these mountains. So I'm definitely going to come back here when I can, just to do more. And just, I mean, you know, there's so much here, even for, you know, a relatively small island, because I've not even been to Funchal yet, so that would be great to check out as well. Not to be all morbid and that, but they surely must have deaths and stuff up here, people falling off, or, you know, there's like little landslides and stuff, because there's bits where the path is broken away and they've had to alter it like this, probably. You're walking on the actual Lavada because some of the path is actually gone. So you've definitely got to be careful. So this is a tunnel. We found one of the first tunnels here. You can only need a phone torch going, it's absolutely pitch black. Very cool though. Bloody hell. It's quite low down as well. See, I don't know if you can pick it up. I've got my torch on. Wow, oh, it's not long. Woo! It's uneven though, uneven footing in there. That's cool. So there should be a few of them, like little tunnels through here. Feels like a proper ancient forest here now. But it does have a similar kind of feel to England's forest actually. It doesn't seem that different. So here we are, we've got about 2 kilometres left. Or 4.2 with the Inferno, which it's probably closed, but look at this, here's another big tunnel. It's a much longer one, I can just see the end through it. That is so cool. This area is amazing. You cannot see anything in here, but it is much wetter actually in this one, it's very damp. We are almost there. It gets so low down on this one. We made it out alive. You had to really duck down in that one was tricky, and my torch wasn't even that useful. Like, it obviously helped a little bit, but maybe that phone one might actually be better, I'm not sure. And straight after we have another one. See, I knew there was a few. This one looks a bit taller anyway, for the most part. Oh, it's just as wet and damp there. It's like this torch barely does anything. But even through here, the Lavada is running right through. The ceiling is actually getting shorter. You're going to have to duck down. This is probably just black footage for you guys, which I apologise for, but look at this little viewpoint in this. How cool is that? It really is like the land that time forgot here in this cave. And that just pokes out. That is so cool. Absolutely stunning valleys. Right, let's get through this. You guys can really see absolutely nothing, but it is almost on my hands and knees crawling through this, like really crouched. Oh my god, there's the end. It like twists around corners and everything. Alright, it's getting a bit taller now. Look at this. And they're going into the cave there now. Wonder if we can see the hole where it is. Well, that's where they're going through, that bit there. Bloody hell. Drop is frightening. Beautiful day again for it though. What a path. Again, this is easily going to rank as one of my favourite walks that I've done. This path is just brilliant. Unless you're scared of heights, then it's not a great one. But otherwise, it's fantastic. We have a queue. This is what happens on good sections of this path. You know, it's very hard to cross if there's two people. I think this is some of the most stunning scenery I've probably ever seen. It's incredible. Just being literally right on the edge of this. It feels like you're in prehistoric times. I'd also say if you want that feeling of being like Indiana Jones trekking through a jungle, uncharted territory and all that, whilst being safe, something like this is perfect because it does feel like that. I mean, it's incredible, but obviously it's developed and safe. So any fantasies like that, come to Madeira. PR9. These drops are just getting crazier. Thank you. Not a cave. Bloody hell. Oh, it's only a teeny short one. Like I said, it's the Indiana Jones feeling. I mean, just look where I am, it's just mad right on the edge here. For once, I'm actually happy that these bars are here. Usually, I think they kind of ruin it, but on this one, yeah, I think it's needed. Especially when there's other people coming the other way. This may be the best view I've ever seen in my life. Check that out. Holy shit. I don't know how well the camera picks it up, but being here is incredible. The path just goes all around. It's just this valley, holy shit. Yeah, you've got to come here. If it looks incredible, actually being here, it is 1,000 times better as well. You just got to walk the path. I mean, I could stare at that all day. That is absolutely mesmerising. Incredible. So high up. So this is the other side, facing down to the ocean. Just this fucking valley. Absolutely incredible. I can't believe there's a pathway through all this. Every inch of it now is just spectacular. And it's all easy, you know, relatively easy. Like, it's all flat. You're not really going up and down, barely any. If you start off at the car park, I've obviously... Holy shit, look at that. I've started off in Santana and walked up to here in which case it is incredibly steep. See just how amazing this path is here, just on this cliff edge. Absolutely 10 out of 10. This. I imagine the view behind me right now is probably incredible as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, of course it is. Oh my god. This place. This place. Whew, that's a drop. Getting in this real encroached bit of the valley now. It looks like there's water here, so I think the proper waterfall is up here. So I'm pretty sure that one that we saw earlier was just a little baby one compared to this, because we are getting really thick in it now. The hills, the mountains are just closing in around us. And there's kids singing. I can hear kids singing. What on earth? But yeah, there's like a stream coming down here, so I think we're probably getting fairly close to it now. I can hear water as well, so I think the big waterfall's up here. So yeah, we're definitely getting close now. It says it's literally just up here, 100 meters away apparently. How insanely tall these mountains are right next to us. Okay, I don't know what you can see because the sun is literally right in our eyes here. But the scale of that is insane. It is bigger than I expected. There it is. What was it, 110 metres, 111 metres? It makes a little lake there that then runs down. That is absolutely beautiful. I thought the other one was just a little baby one. There we go. That's the end of the track anyway, this one. It says the other part is closed. I don't even know where the other part would be. It looks probably up there or something. Wow. What a place and what a walk. Insane. Look at this. What a place to have a sandwich. I'm going to have something to eat now. Right here in this valley. Absolutely incredible. Highly recommend anyone can visit here if you can. I don't know where the other part of the walk is. I'm pretty sure it is properly closed, like it's inaccessible. It could even be partly why this, because there's like a big sort of landslide here. So maybe it's literally just inaccessible at the moment. I could stay here all day. So, whatever this place is called, PR9, the PR9 trek. The whole thing, it takes about, probably took around about 2 hours to do from the start to finish. Maybe a little bit longer. I was going pretty slow because you always go pretty slow when you start, because you know you're enjoying it and you're taking pictures of everything and stopping every 5 minutes to see stuff like this. So on the way back it's going to be a lot quicker. Couldn't recommend it enough. Absolutely spectacular. This is one of my favourite waterfalls already on the list. I've not got that many that I've seen, but beyond stunning. So here is the other one, the other side. Yeah, it's all closed off. Do not cross. I mean, it's annoying because you could just kind of sneak over, but I'm not going to. That is the one that is inaccessible. Okay, I've lied. I've crossed it. I saw some other people just do it, so I'm just going to have a little cheeky check what it's like. And if it's very obviously super dangerous, then I will not. But some people have just gone past it, so I want to see if it's okay. Might just be stuff like this, so some of the bars and the railings aren't here, so maybe that's why it's closed. But you know, if you're obviously careful, that's not going to be a problem. I do a lot of braking, like the law on this channel, don't I? I'm always like sneaking into places or ignoring signs that are like, don't come in, danger. But if it's just stuff like, maybe that's it, maybe it's just like some stuff that's, some of these are damaged, so you know, they shut it off to the public until it's repaired. But if there's something clearly super dangerous, then I won't do it. I'm not that stupid. But it's supposed to have some like extra special amazing views, this. But it's nice because this is quiet, because there's barely anyone on it. Wow. Okay, so I've just come across a lady and a gent, a little couple, and they have just informed me, because I asked them, that it's actually perfectly okay. This track literally is what I've just sort of gone past, those barriers that didn't have any, you know, ropes against them and stuff. That is it. That is the reason why this is closed. Otherwise it's perfectly fine. He said that was the worst bit. So there we go. Happy days. So we should, I think it's, yeah, you get to the top of the waterfall with this, so it's going to have to like start climbing soon. Because the gent just said as well, he says just follow the Lavada. There is a sign that says like the top of the waterfall, but something about if you just follow the Lavada you get a better view of it anyway. And it's like on the same level, so we shall see. This is wonderful as well, because obviously it's super quiet, because everyone's being sensible and adhering to the sign when it's actually perfectly safe. Fantastic. Look at this place. Woo! Oh, this is fantastic, because basically we're somewhere on our own now, really, because everyone is adhering nicely to the signs, but they are missing out on. And you got to think, when the Portuguese first landed here, this whole thing, and the Vikings before them, it all would have looked like this, wouldn't it? It all would have been this wild. This just vegetation everywhere. And it's gone from this to, you know, the Madeira that it is today, with Funchal and highways everywhere and super developed in the space of 600 years, which may seem like a long time, but it actually, in the grand scheme of things, it really isn't. It's like a blink of an eye, really, even in human history. Look at this. You know, because we had periods of thousands of years when, you know, the Egyptians, and then before, you know, ancient peoples, for thousands of years where not really a whole lot of development happened. And then 600 years is nothing really. And it went from just looking like this everywhere to being having bustling cities and cars and highways everywhere. It's incredible. I just can't stop taking photos and videos, but I mean, can you blame me? Look at this. Incredible. Yeah, this has got to be, I think, the best views in a place I've ever seen in my life. Lost for words, you know. That's amazing. And I'm sure the other walks as well, because obviously you're gonna, one of these peaks is the highest peak somewhere. You know, you go up to the top of them. Just incredible. So yeah, there's another bit here that's just like the things have broken. Obviously a big tree must have fallen off. Bloody hell. That is frightening. But, you know, it's, again, you know, if you've got your wits about you, there's nothing dangerous there. You just move past it. Use your common sense. But if you are here and it is still closed, you know, I'd recommend, well, I recommend breaking the law, but here it is anyway, you know. It isn't that bad so far. So there is a path that leads here, which this is the Lavada, which is all here. But it's like all broken and deteriorated a bit. But there is another path that is shown. It doesn't point which way to go, but there is another path that goes down. I thought it was the wrong way at first, but it actually isn't. So it just comes down here, and it's literally just to bypass this broken wall, and then it looks like it just goes back up and around and joins up to the Lavada again. So if you do come on this, when it suddenly goes down a little bit, you're not going the wrong way, because it goes straight back up. Okay, so here's the sign. This is at the Inferno part. Now it says it's up here, I imagine to the top of the waterfall, but the people that I went past, they did say just follow the Lavada and you get just as good a view. So I'm going to take that word for it. I'm going to go along here. We'll see what it's like. If not, we'll go up the top. Let's check out the Lavada, because there's nothing else here apart from that's the walk that we've already done, and that's where we started. So 7.8 kilometers. I have no idea how much that is, if that is I don't know what that is in miles, but I'm going to stick to the Lavada like the couple said. It's a bit overgrown here though, and we'll see what's around here. I've literally just come around the corner. It's a different waterfall, it's a whole other waterfall. Look at that. Wow, and I think I'm completely on my own. So I thought we were going to like the top of the same waterfall that we'd seen already. But no, it must be just a completely different one. And this is like a secret one. This is like secret waterfall. And then obviously all this water is taken to the Lavada down to the south side of the island. Just look at this. So this is a bit of a secret travel tip, I guess, is that ignore that sign that says don't come, and you can have your own secret waterfall all to yourself, most likely, because no one here. I'm gonna go up to the top and see what that other path is like, but it's an incredible view anyway. Here we are. We're getting sprayed everywhere, but we're climbing to it. Completely on my own here. Woo! Look at this. I can't tell what I'm filming. I can barely see. But look at this. This is sensational. Why did I not have my picnic here? Oh, this is the life. This is gorgeous. I don't want to go, but I'm gonna have to say goodbye to this place. This may be my favourite place in the world because no one is here as well, and this is just so beautiful, so perfect. I hope I can come to this place again, because spending half an hour here is nowhere near long enough. Lost for words. I hope this path remains closed, because there's no people here, and that's the perfect way to be, just being here. Absolutely stunning, incredible. I've got to thank that couple that I met along the way for suggesting that to me, because I would not have come this way. I would have gone up the steps, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to check it out anyway, but thank God for them, because that was spectacular. That's been the highlight of the whole trip, probably. To be completely on my own there. As an introverted person, that is the creme de la creme. And especially for videos as well, because I wish I didn't struggle, but I struggle making videos when like people are around. So that was perfect. Right, here are the steps. So let's go check them out. It's just like another kilometre though. So this might be the tough bit, but I'm gonna give it a go, and then I've got to head back, because still got probably about 2 hours to get back. Okay, started coming up. It definitely is tricky. Well, tiring. There's a lot of steps and it's steep. But we'll check it out, we'll see which is better. Either this top view or the bottom view. I've got a feeling that couple were probably right, and it's probably just as good or better down there. Oh, bloody hell, give me a minute. Have to admit, it's pretty spectacular still from up here. Oh wow, what a place. Still got a few steps to do. But if you've got time, I'd say do both, judging off this, because this is knackering, but it is beautiful. And you get to see it from a different angle. Incredible. I'm so out of breath. There's a bloody cave up here. We're at the top of this waterfall. There you can just see it dropping. But wow, what is all this? It's like a train line. Little tram, did they like mine in here? Wow, what is this? There's caves everywhere. Swimming, and be careful. Whoa, look at this place. I don't know where I am. No swimming. Yeah, I'm not thinking of it. What is this? Wow. Is this the waterfall? I'm guessing they've controlled it. I don't know what that means. Escarpment work, cleaning work, temporary detour. Is that way? That way? Who knows? Let's have a look around there. Wow. I don't know what all this is. Clearly, obviously, this is harvesting. Has something to do with the lavadas, probably. And oh wow. Oh yeah, this is a lavada. So it's all the waterworks of Madeira. So I think the waterfall which we've just seen, it should be here somewhere below us now. But there's so many different routes, and I was kind of hoping for a dead end almost, because I need to start heading back. I don't need options right now. Options is bad because I want to see everything. I can hear it, but fuck. This place is like a dream. Like Pandora. James Cameron's been here. Ah, this is it. So this little trickle is actually the waterfall, I believe. We're even further up. So it'll be right below us. We can probably see it maybe from here. Let's have a gander. Oh, there it is. So they've made, again, yeah, they've made it and channeled it to go down. Yeah, these lavadas are incredible. How they work all this. As this tiny little stream is then channeled down here And as you can see there, that's where it comes out. But it goes further on. Oh wow. I did not need these options. So I've just come through this cave and it's just more of these, it's like a network of Levadas that they must obviously control, have gates that like operate them, and but just everywhere you look is insane views. I really have no idea where I should go. I guess I've sort of seen the end of it now. I guess, you know, that was the top, but I don't know where the official path ends. There wasn't really any sign or anything. Another cave here. There's one with like a mine track in it. Did these like used to do mining or like hauling stuff around in there? Can see the end of this one as well. So it comes out on this little bridge and then just again goes further into more caves. Oh, it's a long one though, this. Oh, I don't know what to do because I've got to turn back soon. This little bridge. I'll have a little look longer, see where I can get to, but I've got to turn back soon. Little view there. I think it carries on there, but it's so dark and narrow that I'm not going to go down there. And someone just, I don't know what, I felt something land on me, and I'm not here for it. Probably a fucking spider or something. So it might have been a leaf or something, but it freaked me out. So I'm going to head back that way because that is too narrow and it's so weirdly silent. Like you can hear the water normally, but right here it's so silent. It's like a horror film. And I know I'm just showing you a black screen, but I've just taken a flash photo down there and it's like nothing. Like you can barely see, like even with flash on, you don't see anything. And it's so narrow, so screw that. Let's go back this. So I don't know what you can see, probably nothing. But I've just seen a sign which I've been following, the ones I've been following to like the official path. And they're still kind of pointing this way. But this one is the diversion one with the track. I don't know if you can see it. Like the rail track. And like this is so creepy in here. I mean, oh, you can't see anything, but I don't know how much I can take of this. Because this is proper eerie. It's very wet. Ugh, stuff dripping on my head. And I swear the sign said something like 3 kilometres. Well, I can't do 3 kilometres in here, that's bloody insane. And it doesn't look like there's any end to it. So who knows, if you know in the comments, tell me, because there's no way I'm probably going to make it through this. Stuff dripping on my head. This is proper horror movie stuff. I'm so curious what this is though. Like this track and what they used it for. It's insane. I'm like just in a mountain right now. You'll probably see me back where I started because I'm checking out, but I'm gonna go for another minute or so. Look at this. The camera's not picking up the light so much because it's dark here. But I backed out to that other cave. Screw that, it was going on too long and it was scary as fuck. I've come round another way, gone through a bunch more. There was just another of the signs, another red and yellow like arrow things fall this way. And as you can probably hear, there's a roaring, so I think there's another waterfall, maybe the main one, maybe from the top of there, I'm not sure. But I've just come out and there's just this here, this big valley, there's some like bridge there. So I'm going to keep going this way a little bit, but I've really got to get back soon. No idea where I am, but there's another little waterfall here, and that's what I could hear. It's the Levada's here being channeled down there through these caves. And there's a bridge over there, there's more caves. I really don't know how much longer I can go on, but it's like there's this big network of, holy shit, look at that, that doesn't look safe. Oh god. Okay, it's okay. Just about. Oh, that is not pleasant. Oh, this one's kind of blocked off. That'll be good actually. If it's a dead end, that is good. Because Oh, it's not really, it's just very narrow. There's another one here. Look at this place. Incredible. Right, I've just come through this cave. There's straight away another. And that's stunning. But I think I'm gonna have to go. I've got to get back, so let's go to the main waterfall. Back all along this route, because I think this route is done. I think all this is just extra stuff. There's just this network of lavadas that are going all through these mountains that obviously the people must work on them, and so they need access to them and all that stuff. So I would love to keep exploring all these, but I think I have done the main path, which was that waterfall, and just getting to the top of it. I think that's the extra bit, the inferno bit, because it looked very short, that part on the map. It was supposed to just be hard, difficult, because it was so steep getting up them steps. But it looked very short, and I've been walking through these for quite a while now, so I don't think these are part of the path. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. There was no signs saying no, that you couldn't, apart from, you know, the main one at the start. But I think you can just walk through these. It's just a network, and people must know them as well. Like, probably shortcuts over the island. But I've got to get back, get to that main waterfall, and then head back. So maybe one day I can explore these more when I know Madeira better. But for now, let's get to the waterfall. So I'm heading back down now to go to the main waterfall where it officially ends the hike. This was the extra bit that is blocked off. That couple that told me earlier about the just follow the Lavada, I partially, yeah, I agree with them. It is a better view from down there, 100%. If you can only do one, just follow the Levada and get to the bottom of the waterfall, because you'll have it all to yourself more than likely. Or you can come up these steps, which to see the top, which is nice. It's a nice little extra, but the bottom view is better. But up the top there are caves galore, Lavada caves going here, there and everywhere, and I've tried to explore them a little bit, but they are long and there are tons of them, which I don't have time for. So come up here as well if you wanted to do that. There's the waterfall. So that's the view you get of it from up here. It certainly is better down at the bottom. So thank you to that couple, because I would not have gone down there if it wasn't for them. That is such a good little secret. But yes, let us head to the official end of the PR9 walk. I cannot believe how lucky I feel with this. Just absolutely incredible place. I'm surprised it's never been used in a film or anything, unless maybe it has. Look at it. All the video games, the Tomb Raiders, Uncharted, Indiana Jones, this is the vibe, isn't it? Like, the new Indiana Jones could have filmed here. It is just gone 5 o'clock, 20 past 5. There is nobody here at this big waterfall, the main one where it ends. Just look at this. Nobody here. Now, I'm assuming maybe the car park must close or something. It must close at a certain time, so everyone is gone. I haven't got a car, I've walked here, so if you want this place all to yourself, unless I'm just extremely lucky at the moment, I'd come at about 5 o'clock and you're gonna have all of this to yourself, which is incredible. I feel so damn lucky right now. Just look at it. Oh, it's a shame I've got to go, but I'm so glad I got to see this with no one here. From the PR9 walk, absolutely stunning, incredible. Easily one of the best walks I've ever done. Maybe the best, just for scenery. Incredible. Hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Like and subscribe. I'm going to spend another 5 minutes here just to bask in this. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.